I do think I checked the Discord to see if it was on on maintenance. Probably not. I hope not. Anyways, are we live? Yeah. Okay, so hey everyone. This is the 19th or 20, or I guess the 20th character in the series where I try to show how you can beat the career URA career with just this setup. I've been mainly using this setup, and as you can see, it doesn't use Kitasan Black or Super Creek, because I've been wanting to show people how they also can just not care about super cards that much. I guess the mainly really inaccessible ones right now are those two, and I am planning on maybe substituting them for the next round of this series or these streams, just so they can, so they can, it can become even more accessible. But yeah, if you have been playing the game, just once or twice a day, you probably have those two cards. And yeah, this one you get from the shop, and these two ones, you get a lot of, you can get a lot of SRs. You get 3 SSRs off the bat if you have just started the game, and I got those two ones. And yeah, pretty much just choosing them because you do need some speed and you do need some power in your deck. Pretty much why. Okay, so today it is going to be everyone's favorite Sora. Also, Daiwa Scarlet. I'm gonna try to explain how you can win the URA final career or her career. Without those two cards, Kitasan and Super Creek, and try to explain a little bit more of the game itself, or how I managed to do it. You can see I have, just by the costumes and outfits, I have been using all my carrots on outfits, because I really did not care about oh, did they give me free? Anyways, I have been carrying a lot of oh, it's because, yeah, whatever. Did they just reset? Sorry about that. I have really been caring more about the outfits and the stories overall, which is why I just want to show people how they can also, do this silly thing I'm doing and still be able to, get those wins. Anyway, a little bit of how she is supposed to be played, I guess. Resplendent Red Ace, say number 1, second half, so she's probably a better front runner overall, and she does have a couple of stamina skills for pace chasing, which means you can run her as a pace chaser, but you won't really have a note. It will not be as consistent. So yeah, you're pretty much just choosing between those two styles of play. And yeah, she does have a medium and skill for a medium race. She is proficient in medium races, but it is mid race. You shouldn't really bother with mid race skills. She also has a long proficiency, a B long. So you can see here, if I pick someone with a long proficiency, she can go to a full proficiency, which means you can run her as a long racer or runner for the finals. And I'll probably try to make her a long racer for finals, because I do enjoy running longs and mediums more than miles and sprints. Oh, sorry. So yeah, that's the plan for this career. Make her a long racer. You can make her, I should probably make her a medium racer just for ease of, you might not have a long runner, right? And but you should, because you can see in her career info, she does need to run the Arimakinen. Yeah, so you should be looking for that A proficiency in long, and it is the last one, and it can be a wall, a big wall, if you want to get to the finals. So yeah, just probably going to go for a long proficiency, and a long proficiency is kind of a necessity. If you don't have a long proficiency, yeah, it's okay. You are supposed to lose the game. It is a roguelike, so yeah, losing is a very much a part of the game. Yeah. So which guest to pick? Usually Maruzensky is an excellent guest to borrow, especially if she has 9 stamina. You can see here, sparks, 9 stamina sparks, and you can find. I found this guy on Discord. You just go on the Discord, like right here. Oh, Pro. Excuse me. You go over here, go to the Discord. You can find the link here, and you go find someone in the Find Friends channel. It's pretty simple. You can use the search function, just search for Maruzensky, or even Maruzensky and stamina, and you'll be able to find people like, yeah, this guy and this guy has a lot of power and stuff like that. So I'm gonna go for Maruzensky. I do believe she gives she gives red shift. Red shift is very important. Like, it is an acceleration skill, and you should be really looking for acceleration skills. At least one acceleration skill in your kit, and Maruzensky covers that. Pretty much why I do believe Maruzensky is one of the best guests to borrow. Yeah, still going for stamina. This is mine. Might be what I hit it. You can see she has the 3-star wit. I do love wit. And just stamina to round even more. You know, you can notice that we are going for long races, and stamina is very much the most important aspect of long races. And yeah, pretty much, and fine motion, because yeah, wit. We need some wit starting out, and to round it up after. You can see I did spend a little bit of time just discussing setup. Just being prepared right away helps a lot. Which I look for at least one good guest, and then if you're just starting out, yeah, just focus on proficiencies. Just this one, like long. She needs to be long, so just look for someone who has long proficiency. If you don't need long proficiency, obviously. And then yeah, if you don't, maybe find a 1-star stamina spark if you have one, or 2 stars. 2 stars are already pretty good spark. And if you don't have anything, you know, pick your favorite, I guess. It is fine. So yeah, pre-debut, junior year, go for friendships, pretty simple. Friendships is very important, becomes very important later on. So this is the best time to farm those friendships. Friendships right here on the right corner. Wonder how the audio. I did mess a little bit with the audio, so it might be different. I have to check the VODs later. Hope it isn't peaking or anything. There's a lot of frames. Yeah, you shouldn't really care about which type of training. I know it is speed. Speed is very important. But yeah, if you were guts, yeah, I would have gone for guts. If it is wit, yeah, going for wit. Always check for the chances of success. You know, anything about anything over, 20%, I consider a risk. But sometimes the risk is worth it. Like so, you should be taking, an amount of risks sometimes. Also, I'm probably making her a base chaser and not a front runner because her skill, it can activate when she passes someone. And we already did one we did the Iwano Bourbon as a front runner, long racer. So yeah, I kinda wanna vary a bit. Base chasing in a long race, it is not really very, it's probably one of the hardest game plans you can do, because you need a lot of stamina for long races, and then you're gonna need a lot of stamina for base chasing. But just right now, just going for fans. I mean, not fans, friendships. You can see here, this is Maruzenski's skill, red shift, and it increases acceleration, and it's pretty simple to proc. She just has to be at the front by the end of the race, so it's very consistent. If you cannot find a Maruzenski with good sparks, try to find a Major Orion with good sparks. Major Orion also has an acceleration skill. I do believe Aiki Shoto also has an acceleration skill. So yeah, try to look for one of those three. Major Orion procs easier on late surgers, and Aiki Shoto also procs easier on late surgers. They are all good. I mean, and Maruzenski is good for all positions. So yeah, that's why I'm recommending Maruzenski way more. So race day, always watch the races. You have to be able to access what your horse needs for training. So, for example, here, if she doesn't make to the end of the race, just because she doesn't have enough stamina, you have to be able to tell if it was because of luck, or if it was because of a rush status, or if it was because of a late start, or if she just got unlucky, or if she got boxed in, or if she got trailed and passed at the right, last corner and got stuck, or if she got stuck on someone's tail or dress, or there is a big amount of things that you should be looking for, and you're not really able to tell if you just skip the race and watch the results. Tazuna is not a good, what's the word I'm looking for? She doesn't give a good measure of what your horse actually needs. White Rock Girl, probably now she has to get close to first place. Yeah, you can see how even NPCs can win sometimes. It's kind of bad. She did get stuck a little bit. She had to make a big curve. That's just Daiwa. So yeah, you can see here. What could have gone better? More speed, and more width, and more power. Width and power should be level up in or far about in unison, because they both to prevent your horse from getting boxed in and stuck. Let's say mood down. You can see now this is very bad. I'm gonna go for that mood up and then go for some races. She has to win a race and she has to get some fans. If you don't get those, then yeah, you are done with your career, or her career, I guess. It's gonna go no karaoke, please. Noise. Seeking uniqueness. Okay, a lot of phone calls. Okay, so you're gonna race. If there were a long race here, I would have gone for long, but it is impossible for long races to appear for mating races. So I'm gonna try that again. Getting a great status, if you don't have, in this style of play, where you are not relying on scorecard, is very important, because every little bit of stats matter. Because we just can't really rely on stats or having a lot of stats, because you will not get good training. Even on rainbow trainings, when you get a lot of friends, the stats will not even compare to just one Kitasan black. So yeah, I shouldn't really rely on stats, which is why I'm trying to show here, you can rely just on decision making and picking skills and preparing forehand and watching races and accessing watching it and just trying to be as efficient as you can be, so you can get that URA now. I still can't say now. Now. Yeah, I can't now. Yeah, anyways, looking way better here. She didn't really get stuck. She has an opening. That's her roll. Yeah, you can pretty much consider her roll. It can be a win more mechanic, or it also can be a just makes her easier to pass the last racer. She does have to get close to the first place though. I barely see this race. Those camera angles are so different to me. Yeah, she did it. So yeah, I do believe pace chasing is the hardest strategy. In comparison to front running and late surging. Late surging, you can get box spin, but you don't really need that much stamina. And for late front running, you don't get boxed in and you don't need a lot of stamina, which can sound weird if you think about it. They have no air resistance. They should have, they should use more stamina, but they don't. Pace chasers are the ones that use more stamina than everyone else. And they also can get boxed in. They also can get boxed in. So yeah, I am just looking for maybe some G1s. Yeah, medium G1. She does run a lot of mediums and miles. Should probably be careful with that. we do want to race as many long races as we can. I see she only runs one long, but it is the most important race in her career. Yeah, you will not get, you will not find long races starting in junior year, I think. You know, at least for G2s and G1s. Okay, so just looking for, yeah, if you have two good parents, yeah, just focus on those two skills first. And if you don't, yeah, just try to look for more skills. I will try to explain my thought process behind picking skills. Let's say friend, top her off. Yeah, that is. You only need for them to be at orange rank, and then you can start focusing on the others. So yeah, we're approaching classic year. We are already post debut race. So yeah, you should be focusing just on G1s and friendships. You have to balance those two things now. Friendship, that's three. That's only one friendship because she's already at rainbow level, and you don't need her friendship at all. That's two, and that's two, but it is speed. So yeah, go for speed. That was a 18% chance, kinda high. No, gotta take some risks. Okay, so that's for long. All we want is for late surging. She's not a late surger. And prepared to pass, pretty good. See how she does it. Yeah, you also should be taking note on the which race she is racing at the moment, because while she's she's racing a mile right now, we don't really intend her to be a mile racer, at least for this career. So her losing or not winning or getting first place this race isn't that big of a deal. Just to reiterate, because we're not training her to be a mile racer, so it is okay to not win this race. Anyways, so watching races, what are we looking for? Stuff like checking if she's getting a late start and how it affects her performance, and checking if she is getting a rush status or rush debuff, and just trying to determine how it affects her performance, especially at the end of the race. On the last corner. The last corner is the most important part of the race, and the second most important part is checking how she where she gets there. Just a second. I'm back to Shuin. She did not. checking for my mic real quick. Sorry about the noise. Second place. Yeah, not that bad. Pretty good actually. She doesn't really like getting second place. She only, you know, that's part of her story. She only likes getting number 1. Okay, so no energy even for racing, so only option is to rest. I do believe second option always gives energy. In New Year's, yeah, still going for friendships, still going for G1s. And in this case, we are going to be going, we are going to be going for long races, and there are not that many long races in G1s, so we are going for G2 long races, but that's kind of far in the future. Yeah, and yeah, just going for friendships. And yeah, friendship and races. Friendship and races, the game. This gives her some speed. It isn't a good idea to remember what choices affect what. Okay, so yeah, you can see here guts. I mean, it is guts, but it is giving like 13 stats. You know, good stats. This is like 18 stats. This is 13 stats also. So, but this does give 2 friends. So it's not really that bad. You know, guts is still a stat. In the end, you know, it does affect a little bit of you know, her racing performance. It's not really absolutely useless. It is pretty bad though. So what else? I do recommend maybe staying a bit away from front running. Front running can become a little bit of a bad habit, just doing front runners, because there is a mechanic right now which is pretty what's it called, an unintentional mechanic where that makes front running a little bit easier than everything else. Front running can still be pretty fun if you are not using the unintended mechanic. The Mihono Bourbon stream, I guess, is a good example of not using that mechanic and trying to make an honest attempt at front running in long races. Not saying shoot it, you do what you gotta do. No, it can become a bad habit, and they are going to patch it in the future. So it's best to just learn how to play the regular way, I guess. Okay, so she did get a late start. It might affect her acceleration at the end, and speed at the end, and stamina at the end. Doesn't look like it is going to though. So yeah, looking for her ult and Maruzenski's skill and the Biwa Hayahide skill. That's one. Pretty much it. Yeah, pretty much it. So yeah, once you get used to running G1s, or are comfortable running G1s, G2s and G3s become very easy to win. This was a G2? Yeah, G2. G2, yeah. So, and you can see it was pretty simple. Yeah, so try looking for those G1s, just to build some confidence. And if you can get at least a 5th place in G1s, yeah, then maybe you should go for G2s. And once you start getting those first places in G2s, yeah, then go for G1s. You have to be consistent though in getting those first place. You're going for friendships. Her friendship is very important. If you do have the option to go just for her friendship, you should go. Inspiration is why legacies are important. That's a lot of stamina. And then yeah, we are planning on making her a long racer, but we are not going to pick it just yet. She has a lot of good skills right here for pace chasing. That's AG1. Only needs top 5. Pretty doable. Yeah, always watch your races. Do not skip those races. Unless you know you are not doing a career, I guess. Your main reason for watching races is to plan out your future training. Yeah, you need to analyze whatever you can and gather information, and the races are there for that purpose. It is a mile race, so looking for that acceleration if she has enough, and velocity at the end, pretty much. Stamina is a known issue in mile races and sprints, so not really looking for fatigue and tiredness or stuff like that. And also, yeah, looking for her positioning and looking for her last spurt. You know just how good it is. Steeple show race. Okay, so yeah, she might have to go through the pack. Going through the pack is definitely harder than going around the pack. But going around the pack costs more stamina. I usually prefer going around the pack since we do have a lot of stamina. But it's your choice. Got stuck on the NPC. Has to break out. So you need power mostly to break out of you know, getting stuck and moving around. But you do need wit to be able to not get stuck in the first place. So yeah, just we're going to need more wit and hopefully more power. It was a mile race though. We are not really building for mile races if you were building her for mile races, then yeah, losing that race would have been a bad sign. Very bad sign. Okay, so that's two friends, 16% stamina, very important for long races. So this is a excellent choice. This is an excellent choice. Okay, so yeah, looking for those G1s and looking for those longs for racing, mostly. Our first medium race coming up. I do believe there are some long races now. That's one. It is an open race, not really. Mile. Yeah, I'm gonna go for this G1. The G1, and then I can go, yeah, but probably better for 11,000 and then 13,000. Or even medium. Yeah, probably gonna go for a medium. Why only medium? Then rest. And then... Oh, but she cannot right now. No, she can. Yeah, she... No, she cannot. She won't have enough energy. And I don't wanna risk it. OBS being kinda weird. Japanese oaks. Yeah, so she has a lot of stamina. Don't really need those stamina skills right now. Gonna go for prepare to pass. Easy pace chaser. She will always be a pace chaser for the rest of the run. So yeah, pretty good. First medium race. For the stamina, seems like enough stamina for a medium race at this point of the career. And yeah, same stuff. Looking how well she does in the last part, and then checking for late start status and rust status. You can kind of prepare, or I guess just do stuff that diminishes the effects of late starts and rusts. But it's not really necessary. Getting a late start is kind of bad for pace chasers. It means she has, just has to use more stamina to catch up. Stuff like that. And it does ruin her initial positioning. See right here, she should have been, close to these two front runners. But since she got a late start, she's a little bit more far back. Being, in front of my own Top Gun, like Groove is, would have been very, very optimal. This is fine also. Just hope she's not getting a rust status. Getting a rust status would be really bad. She would bump into air groove, and she would have to bounce back. She would lose stamina, she would need to accelerate again, she would lose acceleration, would lose velocity, and this is really close to the final corner. Okay, let's see how she does it. That's two skills, just need her roll now. That's her roll. Should hide the cursor. Okay, I can see how she's better suited for longer races than Miles, just because of the way we are training her. And we are going even longer than that. This is the middle race. We are going for long races. I am going to talk a little bit about fans later, but just be aware that fans are very important. Going for G1s, or guys getting fans, is one of the reasons why we are going for G1s. G1s give the most fans most of the time. So good to round this friend up and getting a little bit of this. But it is the director though. I'll go for the director. I really don't want to have to worry about her friendship later on. Okay, this is guts. Oh, stamina, very good. Okay, where are those long races? Or just mediums, I guess. So, G1. Say medium, don't want mediums. They are going to add a race planner in the future, which makes this a whole lot easier. Yeah, there's just that G1. Checking for skills, not really anything. I'm going for a G1. It is raining. So rainy races affect how much stamina they use. So actually having more stamina than you need is better for rainy races. Which is why, you know, the finals can be on rain, so yeah, you should be analyzing rainy races as well. Should be analyzing all races. You know, her watching the competition is also information gathering. It means you don't have to train her, which means you will have enough time to go after other stuff. You know, just like more races, or getting, you know, just some stats you really want, or, you know, getting a recreation, or getting more rest. Almost every race, there is something that she could have, that you could have done better in her training. And I'm not really, I really want to emphasize that. Emphasize that. Very important to analyze all the races. Do not skip the races ever. Hola, hola, hola. We say hey, have we say hola. Hola. I mean, they're both hola, right? But we will write it without the H where I live. I guess in my country. I forgot. Yeah, I'm sorry. I forgot how to say hello in Malaysia. I mean, I never learned, right? I never learned. Yeah, I never learned. We know what was it? Salamat Atan as well in Malaysia. We're using the Daiwa. We're doing a Daiwa Scarlet run today. Okay, let's check for that ult. So her ult can be kind of, you know, gonna get stuck on my shower. Her ult can be a hit or miss because she has to get closer to the first place. Yeah, selamat datang. But that I gotta check for the what's it called? The pitches, the voice pitch. Second place, still very good. Yeah, I got the Tokaiteo from the anime. It's pretty much, you know, in the game it's pretty much the same. They're pretty much the same, you know, story-wise. You know, she gets a new outfit. It's pretty much a new outfit, the way I see it. No, it's pretty fun. Okay, so what else? We want that one of your objectives should be going for 300 width, because at 300 width you have a very good chance to proc all your skills. And skills, you know, skills are very much important. This isn't really important. This is stamina skill. It is early race. And in the early race you are not really using that much stamina to begin with. So yeah, go for those mid races and yeah, that's pretty much the stamina. Go for mid races or stuff that has stuff like this. Extra tank. Oh no, extra tank is very bad. Yeah, don't pick extra tank. It was cooldown. Yeah, cooldown has a text that says before the last corner or before a straight, and that wording is what makes you pick that skill. Can't wait you to use Rice Shower. I can't either. I am scared of Rice Shower. Her career is very hard. Or I guess random. That's one friend just routing it up. Almost done with friendships. Not really any races, not even long races. That's one long race, but it's a goal. And cannot run, and then yeah, now we start to see some long races. You have a lot of experience, but I'm him. Yeah, I have amnesia. I forgot that you are him. I must have amnesia. Are you sure you are not Malaysian? Are you sure you are Malaysian and not him Malayan? Did you get it? I am stealing jokes from from Joji. Those are all his jokes. I'm stealing from Dracula. Get all those jokes. I do love that video though. Pretty good video. Okay, so yeah, medium race. I think I'm from Brazil. You are from him, Malaya. Rio. real kind of dangerous though. Ishi Amazon. I'm thinking about going for Ishi Amazon. When she comes out, maybe. But Daitaku Helios though, I really love that brain rot. Anyways, medium race, cloudy. The turf sky. I think the turf is good and not firm. So yeah, people are going to use a little bit more stamina. Looking for the late start if she does get one. She didn't. So looking for the rush, looking how well she sorry. Looking for that what's it called? Looking if she can keep up with the front runner. Over here is just Maruzenski. And yeah, she's pretty much keeping up. Stuff going pretty well. Looking for that stamina proc in the middle of the race too. Where did they make Fast and Furious 5 in Rio? Yeah, they should have. I think they did. It's not that uncommon for them to just film it in Hollywood and then say it was in Brazil. Vin Diesel did travel to Brazil to film some stuff, I guess. He tried to get a date with an interviewer. He tried to flirt with her in the middle of the interview. He was like, oh, look at her, she's so beautiful. Seriously, man, I cannot do this interview. This was pretty cringe. Vin Diesel. I can see she is built for medium races, or we are building her for medium races, or I guess longer races. I see she has a little bit more of a leeway. Has 5 lengths. I wish I could be like Sketchy the horse guy. You should follow his channel. You can tell just from looking at the race. You can tell the length at the end. Okay, so that should be 60k fans. Yeah, that's one of your, I guess, personal objectives. The game doesn't tell you. But one of your main personal objectives should be getting to 60k all careers. And we'll explain why later. People really hate this sequence right here. But should save energy. That is a stamina skill, extra tank. How many extra tank? It's pretty bad. It's very bad. So after exhausting strength means at the end of the race, like at the last, 10 meters of the race or 50 meters, if you run out of stamina, which is very rare, so this doesn't proc ever. So it's pretty bad. I mean, if you are, training her efficiently, she should not be running out of stamina. Ever. So yeah, don't pick extra tank. That's my TED talk. G1, medium race again. Looking for that late start. And then looking for the rush status. And then looking for positioning. You're in the middle of the race. Is it a medium race? Yeah, it is a medium race. You're mistaken. Thinking you're in America. You're a long way from home. This is Brazil. By Dominic Toretto. How do you say Toretto? Toretto in Italian. Toretto. Sorry. Full love Fast and Furious here in Brazil. Even before they came to Brazil, I think that's why they made Fast 5 in Brazil, because there is a big fan base here. People really love. People were really sad, you know, just when what's his name? Ryan passed away. Is Ryan his real name? No, not really, right? Is it the other way around? I mean, people were really sad in Brazil when he passed away. So yeah, this positioning not that great because you know, she should be very close, getting very close to the front runners. I mean, she's kind of adjusting. Yes, she's adjusting still. Going around the back and not through the back. Very wise of her. So let's see the final spurt. First pass. Ship. Let's see. She just does it. McQueen is very strong though. I think this is a rigged race. In the story, there are some really stacked races. Yeah, it's the two Mejiros. They are buffed, they are pretty jacked. Started playing football because of Neymar Jr., Coutinho, and Hulk. Yeah, Hulk used to play for... I mean, Neymar is playing for Santos. Hulk used to play for Fluminense. And Coutinho, I don't remember. So that's 70k. It's your second personal goal, or should be your second personal goal. And I'll explain that later. Yes, see, top 3. Also, she had just a good status and not a great status, which is what I mean by you should be should be looking for those that great status. Not racing. Karaoke, please. No karaoke. Claw machine, yeah, claw machine is very good here, as long as we get a plush, at least one plush. So for a claw machine, yeah, just go for it. The head sticking out. This is still a random. Still random. It's still gambling. Everything is gambling in this game. Santos jersey when Neymar play. Was playing that game so sick. He came back to Brazil and he's playing in Santos again. And yesterday they lost 6-0 to one of the teams that everyone jokes about. It was 6-0 and the coach got fired immediately. Was it yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday. It was so funny. My favorite jersey of all time. It is pretty. Just the white. The white is very strong. It's very recognizable. Okay, so this is good. You shouldn't really worry about the randomness in stamina skills, because most of the time they will proc on good moments. Looking for anything else? Not really. Neymar can't play anymore. Yeah, he's pretty much just vibing, you know, getting his money. He's very smart, but very smart. I mean, he's very good at playing the game, but he does. It feels like he's just there for the money. No, you know. Yeah, dude. Barcelona, man. Neymar in Barcelona with those other two guys. I forgot who he was. But yeah, Barcelona Neymar. I mean Barcelona as a whole. When Neymar was in it. I mean, just- I mean, we still have you know just great players. We're still making great players in Brazil, but it's not like you know before. We still have people like you know just Vini Jr. But they are way too far in between now. Prime Neymar made defenders look like amateurs. Yeah, dude. And people still were clowning on Neymar here in Brazil, just because people kept saying he wasn't as good as the other good players of Brazil. But that's saying a lot, you know. The legendary players in Brazil were very you know legendary. No, they were just calling him not as good as, you know, Pelé or Ronaldinho Gaúcho or Ronaldo or you know a bunch of the other ones. Or no, those strikers, those famous strikers. They were just well yeah, he's pretty much one of the best players in Britain, or were one of the best players in Brazil history. It's ridiculous the amount of stuff he has done for the sport. Ronaldo. The Ronaldo Phenomena or Ronaldo Gaúcho. Ronaldinho Gaúcho is probably my favorite player of all time. He feels like he feels unreal to watch. He's kind of like Neymar also. He really did love partying more than esse Jaco Bonito. I never heard that. Anyways. Okay, yeah. Ronaldinho Gaúcho. He just like loved partying. Yeah, I never heard that. Jaco Bonito. They call him that in Malaysia? Jaco or Jogo? Jogo Bonito. They call him. I never heard that. Oh right, Umamusume. Yeah, this was a long race. Was pretty much looking for those two stamina procs, and then I was just looking for her stamina at the end and her skills. You can see it is a G2, so we can kind of just chill. If we do find a G1, he joga bonito. Yeah, he does joga bonito. It means he plays well. Neymar joga bonito. But yeah, he kind of was a you know just a catalyst for the getting hurt in football. So yeah, what's your favorite Brazilian footballer? Yeah, Ronaldinho Gaúcho. O Bruxo, or the Wizard, I guess. Ronaldinho Gaúcho. Yeah, rounding up that friendship, and then looking for G1s in long races. No, 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 no. No, no long. No G1s, no long, no G1s. No long. There is a long G3 over there. Say G2. Early January. Longer. Yeah, I am going to go for that long G3 because we do want to run a lot of long races still. Okay, so are we done with friendships? No, this one. Just one last friendship. Raffle time. It is random. Gorman. Yeah. So, director, you only need her to be at level 1, 2, 3. At level 3? 3. And then you can start worrying about her. And then, okay, so once you're done with friendships, you should start looking for those 600s. Like so. They give a good chance of giving you a good spark at the end. You want those good sparks, you want those 2 stars and 3 star staminas. And powers and speed and wits. Not really speeds. Speeds are kind of whatever. But yeah, those 2 star powers, staminas and wits are very good if you are just starting out. Okay, so getting it while we are at it. Senior year, early February, if you have, or if she has, 60k fans, this happens on Valentine's. You get this event, which upgrades your road, which is why you should be building around your road. You should know how what's the best strategy for your road. In this case, I do believe it is pace chasing, because she has to get past, or at least get passed by someone or some horse. So it will always proc. You know, unless she doesn't make it to the end. Whoops! Should have gone for stamina. You cannot refuse those rainbows though. Vision of Power rainbows. You're gonna go for a race. And yeah, Gorman, really clutch. It is from this card. This card. Been going for long. Okay, so yeah, if she doesn't win this G3 by a mile or distance, then yeah, we are probably doing something very wrong. She's being built for long races, and this is a very easy race for her. She should win by a distance length. And if she doesn't, yeah, it means we have to train her even harder. Or you know, just we didn't train her well enough. And if she loses, if she doesn't get first place, then yeah, we are good. I'll always support Brazil in the World Cup. Yeah, Brazil is one of those countries where everyone, people do correlate Brazil with winning the World Cup. But they haven't won a World Cup in a decade, 2 decades, or something like that. The last one was in 2006. No, 2002? That was a long time ago. 2006. Brazil's team in the World Cup my favorite ever. And they just did not win.
焦っているみたいですね。前との距離が気になるのでしょうか。
So if it were a G1 race, what would we be looking for? Yeah, just those two stamina proc in the middle of the race. Okay, it is happening here. You want stamina skills to proc in the middle of the race, and you just want good positioning, and you want to check her if she's keeping up the pace with the front runners. Which kinda is. This is a front runner, I believe. She's just getting just cannot get past that front runner wall. Who in Brazil football? Who in Brazil has the most possession right now? I mean, people love Vini Jr., right? In Real Madrid. Is he still in Real Madrid? He has, he had the opportunity to win the Golden Globe, not the Golden Globe, the Golden Ball or something like that. Golden Globes for movies or whatever. Okay, yeah, this is what we want. This is what we want to have. Yeah, pretty much just Vini, I believe. Or are you saying from like our some national clubs? Right now, he's not playing in Brazil. He's playing outside already. Yeah, this is what we are hoping for. If this wasn't the case, then yeah, we were probably doing something very wrong. Okay, by her face, you have to see her face. She was running out of stamina. So yeah, I mean, we are already planning that. We are going for 600 stamina. Or is there a... Oh, I know, there's a car outside. It is the neighbor's car. Very loud. Very mature. Yeah, going for longs, going for G1s, and then going for that 600 stamina now. Daiwa already won when she stepped into the race, yeah. She had to. It was her, it was her destiny. Yeah, going for Furman. Furman, very nice. He's nice. Medium race. She's probably better at medium races than long right now. But once she gets that 600 stamina and Goruman, she will be a monster in long races. Oh, Sakai. Yeah, don't skip your races.
早春の阪神に最強を実施する馬娘が集う春の中長距離三冠第1弾大阪杯3番人気にはどう書いていようこの評価は少し不満か2番人気はこの子エアグルーヴさあ今日の主役はこの馬娘を置いて他にいない2冠馬娘ダイワスカーレット1番人気です
火花散らすデッドヒートに期待しましょう
ゲートイン完了出走の準備が整いました
So, Major McQueen and Super Creek are built for long races, and this is not a long race. Oh, this might be it. Okay, so we're going to talk a bit about Space Chasers being able to run freely, which is what's going to happen here. Even got a rush. That is not a bad rush, because she can just run freely now, because there are no front runners. The front runners are there to prevent Space Chasers from just going crazy in the front. And probably what's going to happen is that, you know, because she's so far ahead, everyone else has to catch up to her, which means they are losing stamina and they have to accelerate, which means they are losing stamina. And this is like at her normal pace, so she's not really losing that much stamina. So yeah, they're probably not going to ever catch up to her, because they are very tired right now. At least that's how I rationalize what's happening here. That doesn't do anything. Yeah, you can see that there was a rush. It is because there were no front runners to hold the Space Chaser back, which means she became the front runner, kind of. So she pretty much ruined everyone's life. Yeah, you should be happy that she's front running. Your horse is front running. If you see that happen. And you know, she doesn't have to worry about getting boxed in or getting stuck on someone, or losing, or taking a long, or having to take a longer curve or corner. It becomes pretty much a free win. Oh, stamina. Pretty happy. And deep breath. So at the Fan Fest in early April, if you have 7 TK fans and green friendship with the director, this happens. You get an upgraded ult. Right now she's at level 3, and the ult is probably your most important tool while playing this way. Okay, so yeah, 600 stamina. So what now? I can't get my eyes open because I am very sleepy. I have to sleep. See you tomorrow. I hope you get a nice lunch. Good night, dude. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a good work day tomorrow. And yeah, sleep well. Okay, so yeah. Got 600. Wow, now. Yeah, getting that speed to 600 now. Pretty simple. Oh yeah, and races. Especially long races. You are him, yeah. I'm him. Where are those long races? Say long race. Let's talk about long, and then yeah, I'm not going for. Let's say long. Let's say open race long. Say long. Yeah, probably have to go for long open races. We will cross that bridge when we get to it. Okay. Why Scarlet? Get that Gorman. Doesn't have really anything else. Get that long race. Okay, so could skip, could not skip, because having the information that she's washing the race and how she's washing the race is very important. It is a J2, very, very, very favorite to win this race, and if she doesn't win, we did something wrong. Or you know, she does have a debuff and just a good mood status, so that would mean that she needs that great status to win, which is information, you know, at the end. You need all the information you can get. And then also, yeah, if she wins, even by getting a late start status and getting a rush status, that would also be a lot of information. And if she loses because of late start or because of a rush status, that would also be information. So what can you do about a late start? You can, if you don't have skills, you can just build more stamina, because she does have to accelerate more to catch up, which means she is using more stamina. So having more stamina to compensate helps a little bit. You can get some early positioning skills. You can get focus. Focus helps with the late start. It doesn't prevent it, it just helps a little bit. You can get some early velocity skills, but they are risky. I do not recommend getting any velocity skills in the middle of the race or the early part of the race. And then yeah, just you can spray a little bit. And yeah, you can also get width, more width and more power, so she can position better. I would not recommend getting training power just for acceleration. It does help with acceleration, but from what I've just experimented and heard and read, just getting one acceleration skill is more than enough. I do still recommend building power, especially for pace chasers and late surgers, because power definitely helps with breaking out of the pack and moving around the pack and making a bigger curve and corner, which is pretty much a necessity for pace chasers and late surgers, in combination with width. You do need width to for her. She doesn't need width to access her situation. She has to be smart about it. So yeah, third personal goal, get those 120k fans. You can probably guess why at this point, or by this point. Yeah, that's very great, just like it is over there. Probably gonna have to run. Yeah, let's count. 13, 1, 2, 3. Only 3 races. That's a lot of races then. That's a lot of talking to do also. Yeah, it's gonna be probably a 2-hour stream. I mean, it's good practice, right? Where is my I'm probably going to need just a cushion to get comfortable. Okay. It is going to be a long stream. And again, rests. Get that speed to 600, and then go for those long races is what we are going to do. Oh yeah, I forgot about Slacker. Yeah, get rid of that Slacker. Very bad. She can't she have anything? Nimbo Navigator. I love me some Nimbo Navigator. Give me that Nemo Navigator. Yeah, did not. But yeah, 600 speed. Pretty simple. And then long races. Gotta remember to get rid of Slacker. And then, yeah, if she doesn't obliterate this race, we are very much done with the run. Okay, so why am I running a lot of long races, even those measly open races? It is because the game checks for your most raced race, type of race, or length of race, and it decides the finals based on it. So if you have the most, if the race that we have raced the most is a long race, are long races, then the finals are going to be a long, they are going to be long races also, which I don't like. You can see here we are pretty much just, just vibing. You could skip races. I don't recommend skipping. It's mostly a problem for me. I guess the way I play. Because it does. It's like a 2-minute race. I guess 3 to 5 minutes race. It feels like a 3-minute race. And I wouldn't mind those races, doing a lot of those races, if they were G1s. Because at least we could have already been testing for the finals, but it's kind of hard to gather information from open races. Pretty much the only information we can gather from here is how much of a lead she has. By the end, she's definitely not losing this ever. Or I shouldn't say ever, because everything is possible. But yeah, she is just going to go very up ahead and just obliterate the race. Which is not really that fun. I don't like really. I'm not a fan of just washing out the competition. I do like having a challenge. And yeah, side games should probably just have another way to manipulate the last finals, or the last 3 races, other than just racing a lot of long races. No, this is whatever. Okay, so here. I know the skip button is there for this situation, but I just love getting information. There is that slight chance that something goes wrong here. She got a late start with a really bad rushed. She could lose. It would be information. And if I had skipped the race, I would not have known that information. And go for the move up. Put up in energy. The weight of the race wear is why I love going for outfits. You get their stories behind their why they chose what they are wearing. And then yeah, that's another long race. Yeah, maybe just change a little bit. Maybe add some more long races, or change the way long races are picked. Might not even get a long race at the end. Getting pretty close to 600 stamina. I mean speed. Okay, well, meanwhile, let me just check for the OBS settings. Volume settings. Is it on mono? It is. I'm starting to hate recording. I mean voice recording. It's bugging me a lot. It's probably just my mic. We'll end up just getting a decent mic and not a terrible one. Would solve a lot of problems. This mic I'm using has a gigantic to us noise floor or floor noise. I don't know what it's called. It's terrible. I am having to use a lot of filters. Those filters are carrying me. Okay, so this is what I always say. A bad rush in the middle of the race. Let's see how she does, how she fares. Probably will still be a wash. But at least it is some information. It is information that even with a rush, she can still win some races. The main thing we are going to see here is how tired she gets by the end. It is still information, and by how much she wins the race. No. How far is the lane? It is a what's it called? An open race? So yeah, no way she's losing this. She got a rush status and she bumped into this front runner over here. If she tries to go past the front runner, she gets bounced back by the game. She gets a debuff, a hidden debuff. Mind you, they don't really explain that mechanic. And for most people, I do believe that it is the reason why they are losing with base chasers. They just get some velocity skills and then they just bump into the front runners. So yeah, if you are doing that, yeah, don't pick velocity skills in the middle of the race. Okay, cannot get tired, or I lost it. It's pretty normal. And distance. Yeah, so that rush, a bad rush, will not affect her running that much. At least in this situation. Situation. It's a low race. And yeah, once you get 120k fans, yeah, you can pretty much just stop caring about fans. Unless you are going for ranks, I do believe they are affected by your fan count or her fan count. But you know, as someone who's mainly doing careers, I don't see that much of a use for ranks, for getting ranks. Okay, so got 600. Oh yeah, I forgot about it again. Why am I like this? Cool down. It's probably because it's the long race, right? It's been so long since you know. Press cooldown. So yeah, that's what I'm talking about. A breather upon entering a straight. It can be bad, and it can be good. It can be any straight in the game, or it can be the last one. If it is the last one, it won't really do anything.
人気と実力を
It has to be one of the previous ones.
行くわよ。
Which is why it is mainly good for long races, because you are entering a lot of straights in long races, so there's a higher chance that it is proccing in one of those and not the last one.
馬娘たちが追い求める一条の盾、鍛えた足を武器に行く栄光への道、天皇賞秋、虎視眈々と上位を狙っています。3番人気はスペシャルウィーク、この評価は少し不満か。2番人気はこの子動くか。さあ今日の主役はこの馬娘を置いて他にいない。2冠馬娘ダイワスカーレット、1番人気です。
気合十分いい顔してますね。
ゲートイン完了、出走の準備が整いました。スタートです。
So medium race should be good for medium races. Only problem, I mean, yeah, that's a rush and then it late start right off the bat. I mean, that's kind of hurt for keeping up with the front runners. So yeah, medium race. If you are building here for long races, or any horse for long races, they should be good enough for medium races. Same thing for miles and sprints. If you are building a mile, they should be good for sprints. And if you are building a medium racer, they might be good. They should be good for mile races.
10番彼女の客室には合っていますね。
Let's go to one. Let's see how she does it in the final corner. And then prepare to pass. She has to catch up to Maya. Maya is pretty far though. That doesn't do anything. Do anything. And by being good, I mean, you know, just clearing the goal, not really winning. And I do have some streams on building medium racers. Although she has to win this, but it's okay. She did get a late start and a rush status. So yeah, just hoping for that doesn't happen now. It's pretty much. You know, Maya not getting super far ahead. She does need to get close to the first place, or else her road will not proc. Not skipping though. And yeah, if she doesn't win, if she doesn't get a late start and a rush, and she managed to activate her ult, then yeah, we are a fraud. And we should not be training horses. Yeah, problem is she won't make it to the finals, which means I will have to make 2 streams a day. Okay, so yeah, same stuff as always. Checking for her positioning overall. Her positioning being how much she's keeping up with the front runners, checking if she's getting stuck, checking if she's running through the pack, or around the back, checking for her stamina procs, like this one, right in the middle of the race. It's very good. And she's already moving up ahead. I'm not even sure if she's allowed yet. She is. Okay, yeah, she's done. So that was kind of off and no, just kind of unlucky. Run, sort. You can, yeah, like I said previously, you can diminish the effects of late starts and rush status, but you know, we just didn't or couldn't diminish it, which means whenever it happens, there's a high chance that we'll lose, and that is our fault in my opinion. There is a fix to late starts and rush status, and we didn't do the fix. So yeah, it was not, absolutely not luck, the reason why we lost, or just luck, I mean. And I have gone through some explanations as to how you can diminish late starts, especially on streams where I did front runners and base chasers. That is a center stage. Brilliant. Yeah, one of those options is to, yeah, I gotta do infirmary. Yeah, I did not forget it. And long races. I say long, I say long. I am going to count. So 2 more long races. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh no, 8. Oh no, it's going to be a medium race. I am so sad. Unless there is a long here. That was so many medium races though, and so many long races. Okay, so this is what I mean, right? Damn, that sucks, dude. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, that's 7 also. Okay, it's going to be. Yeah, just let me check it. I am so sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it is a 50-50 chance of getting a long race. Sucks. So yeah, that's what I mean, right? Even if we give up a lot of stuff to get the race we want, there's serious chance that we don't get it, and we used up a lot of time. Yeah, I'm kind of sad, but it is what it is. That's gambling, right? It is a game full of gambling, and we are going to gamble for the long finals, I guess. Unless it counts how many long races we won as a tiebreaker, which would mean we are getting a long race in the end. I hope that's the case. We did win a lot of medium race though. Medium races. Yeah, I'm still going to watch all the races. It is a G2 race. She's favored to win, but we are going to check how far she gets. Even we are pretty much checking if she gets a first place at all, or still gets a first place. and then we'll analyze how she got first place and by how much. And also something I haven't mentioned a lot. This rush isn't as bad, but she has to catch up to this front runner. Something I haven't mentioned is how you can check for her stamina at the end by looking at her facial expression and body expression, which I'll try. No, I tried to show if she does get tired. She hasn't really gotten tired this run, because you know she does have a lot of good recovery stamina recovery skills. So she hasn't really run out of stamina. Kuruman can be good because she did have a rush status. Rush status make you go further, but they do make her lose more stamina. It was kind of worthy though. You mainly want those stamina skills to proc in the middle of the race, and they all proc in the early part of the middle of the race. It is a G2 though, you don't really need that much stamina. Is she moving up ahead? She is. So what's happening here is that this front runner ran out of juice or stats, and now people are allowed to go front earlier, like Daiwa is right now. So yeah, she's the new front runner. She's gonna try to exhaust everyone by going far ahead, and now everyone has to catch up, which means they are losing stamina, and she isn't. That's pretty much it. It is also a long race, so people really need that. You really need stamina for long races. Yeah, see, that's how it is. That's what happens. And you can see she even got an rest status, and it was kind of beneficial to her. So if you see a rush status, don't really I guess bad over about it all the time. I wonder what's the tiebreaker, if there is one. Okay, so in Christmas, so senior year, late December, if you have 120k fans, this happens. You get a level up in your alt. Okay, also let me check. It doesn't really make a difference, but I'm gonna check anyway. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 long races, and with this one, it is going to be 7. And that's 7 medium races. So yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You do not pick this one. If you are not a front runner, you will mess up her positioning. And yeah, pretty much it. And yeah, this is what I mean. Prudent positioning helps with positioning early race. Positioning for pace chaser early race I do value a lot. And even more if you get a late start or a rush status. I mean, at least we'll be able to clear the goal. Okay, so if she does get a medium finals, probably just means I won't be able to show long finals. She's probably pretty good for long races. Anyway, I mean medium races. But that's, I mean, it's good that it shows how you should be preparing more.
あなたの夢、私の夢は叶うのか。3番人気はこの子です。ビワハヤヒデ。この評価は少し不満か。2番人気はこの子。テイエムオペラ王。威風堂々とスタートを待つのはこの馬娘。
benchmark for long races. Can maybe be the last benchmark for long races if you do get a medium finals. So no late start. Okay, just checking for now prudent positioning, and then that's it. That it is. There it is. And checking for the rush status throughout the race, and checking for those. She has 3 stamina skills. So checking for whenever they proc, and analyzing if they were good stamina skills or bad stamina skills to proc in the moment. That's a bad one. A little bit bad, and that's way too early. Still has one more though. Okay, you usually want those to proc after this corner over here. It is the middle of the race. So yeah, proccing them here would be pretty nice. Yeah, her positioning not really that bad. They are allowed to move up ahead because this NPC ran out of stamina. She's still pace chasing though. Pace chasing Daiwa Scarlet. But you know, Daiwa Scarlet might just go crazy at the end. And she didn't. Yeah, caught up to her. And then yeah, just check for those last skills. That doesn't do anything. That's the Artemis Kinen. I mean, at least I'm able to show how you can win the Artemis Kinen. People do tend to have a lot of difficulty running longs or lates long, especially the Arima Kinen. So at least I'm able to show how you can beat the Arima Kinen with just, you know, whatever cards, support cards. Tashiga, Ichiban. Okay, let's check for that long race, please. Long race, please. Medium, of course. I mean, yeah, let's see if she can. I mean, at least she can at least pick up tempo to help a little bit. And what's hard again? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then that's 7, 7, 7. Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's what I don't like about the system. But, you know, it is, I mean, randomness is a part of the game. I'm probably gonna look for power now. I would have been going for power if I knew, if I was absolutely sure it was going to be a medium race finals. But yeah, I just did not have the absolute information. No, could have planned better from the start. But I guess it's a good opportunity for me to show how you can still win even if you don't prepare absolutely enough. Okay, so yeah, same stuff, looking for that positioning proc, and then looking for those 3 stamina procs. I mean, at least those races are going to be shorter or feel way shorter. That's an okay proc. Sakura Bakushi in a Euro race, not that good. This is where we get to the part where his stamina skills are good procs. Middle of the race, for after the corner, and the middle of the race. She's moving up ahead. As front runner, ran out of juice. She ran out of stamina. That's the Gorman. I guess the bad part about this is that she will not proc her ult, most likely. She has to be close to someone or some horse to proc her ult. It can be a game breaker. I am very sad about it not being a long race. I do want to show as many long races, finals, as I can. Yeah, that's stamina. Yeah, probably just gonna go for it. She does have a good amount of skills for acceleration. I go for steadfast. I mean, the good part is that we did not go for cooldown yet, so we did not waste any skill points. Yeah, that's just a game. I mean, it is a lesson, right? But really, you can't read it. This would all could have all be negated, or I guess prevented, if I just, you know, looked it up, the races, or prepared, you know, the schedule. But the fact that they are going to add it later on in the game is live, means yeah, I'm not going to go out of my way to prepare, and not, you know, just giga prepare. You know, I am also showing how you can mess stuff up and maybe still win the finals. Drink some of my coffee, because okay, so let's start, right? Prudent positioning is going to help with that. If she does proc it, start which she didn't. Oh, she didn't know. Has to be before this pose right here, I think. Yeah, it's going to help a little bit with her positioning that she lost on the last start. Okay, so yeah, this positioning, not great. She has to move through the pack. Has to use a lot of acceleration, has to use a lot of power, and that costs stamina. She does have a lot of stamina because she was a long racer, so it might not be that much of a problem. But yeah, not being closer to the front runners, very bad. She's acting like a late surger now, and she's not a late surger. I mean, she's not built to be a late surger. Doesn't have power, doesn't have that much positioning skill or visibility skills. Yeah, let's just see how she does. She expires. That's that. What happens? Yeah, so you can start to feel how not building for your race that you want can be kind of a misstep. We built her as a long racer, and she's not a long racer, pretty much. And the game gave we were all on a 50-50 for a million races. So yeah, stuff has to, I mean, it's not really lost, stuff can just go right and for us, and she can still win. And you know, stuff might go wrong for the other horses, stuff like that. There is a lot of randomness in the game still that allows her to win. We don't want to rely on that though. That was probably a very bad late start also. Let's see if she does get another late start. Even if she does lose, she has at least a good chance to get a stamina, be a stamina spark parent. Okay, so no late start. Let's check for her positioning. Pretty position. So the plan here is for her to get way closer to the front runners. She's getting bullied out of the front runners. Let's go to one. And she also needs to proc Maruzinski's skill. Doesn't really have that much power, though. For positioning, up tempo might be very good. Might have to go through the pack. Kinda bad. Yeah, she has to go through the pack. I don't think she can. Let's go, Scarlet. Yeah, she's stuck. So whenever this happens, yeah, it just needs more power. Yeah, probably going to go for a second stream. Gonna take a shower, eat some stuff, get a good lunch, and then come back. He's gonna go for long races. If anything, this is a good stream that shows why you should be building accordingly. Or else this happens, you know. Not going to change strategies. So yeah, just your case of building for one race and then getting another race in the finals. Could have still prepared more, you know, by planning out the races. But they are going to add a race planner in the future.
URA ファイナルズ準決勝18人の馬娘たちが挑みます。現在1番人気はサイレンス鈴鹿、3番人気はこの子です。アイネス風神、対抗するのは2冠馬娘ダイワスカーレット。十分に勝利を狙えますよ。
私が一番期待している馬娘、気合い入れてほしいですね。
ゲートイン完了、出走の準備が整いました。スタート。各馬娘揃って綺麗なスタートを切りました。
みんな集中してましたね。好レースが期待できそうです。
Another thing that we could have done better is when we noticed that we weren't going to get a long finals for sure. Could have started to go for power.
このままリードすることができるか。2番手の位置で先頭を伺うのはサイレンス鈴鹿。外から
Because she's like power now. She's not managing to just move around the pack. She's getting stuck on everyone.
少し後ろから13番内をついて8番それを見るように4番その後ナイスネイチャーその内並んで11番
All the chances she has to get stuck, she's getting stuck.
順位を振り返っていきます。現在1番手はサイレンス鈴鹿、
All the opportunities.
アイネス風神、ビワハヤヒデ、3番手、4番手にオグリーキャップ、5番手スーパークリーク、1馬身離れてグラスワンダー、そしてその後ろから行くのはダイワスカーレット、外を回ります6番、そしてその後方には13番、内には4番、内から8番、外目をついてナイスネイチャー、すぐに続いて11番、外には10
Yeah, she's going
番、そして
from the inside, not very good.
さらに16番、第4コーナーカーブ、
内から来るか外から来るか、最後の局面です。
まだ1馬身以上の差があるぞ。ここから捉えることができるのか。最終コーナー、最初に立ち上がったのはサイレンス鈴鹿。さあいよいよ直線だ。どのタイミングで誰が仕掛けるのか。ビワハヤヒデ並んできた。先頭は2人の一騎打ち。残り200。ビワハヤヒデ食らいついていく。ビワハヤヒデ差し切るか。ビワハヤヒデ
That's just how it is. Anyways,
差し切ってゴール。ビワハヤ
what's the lesson here? Yeah, build her for long. Did not get long finals. Could have swayed to medium at the end, kinda. When we noticed that, it's kinda too late though. That's just how it be in this world. Okay, so we still got some stuff. Let's check for her spark. She might be a good speed spark or stamina spark. I mean, this is a roguelite, so you are expected to lose a lot. Let's check for it. Wit. Okay, well, she almost got a wit. Almost got 600 wit. Would have been a 2-star wit. And even if you didn't, you can still use her on other stuff. Just go back to the first screen. The home screen. Yeah, just got show how even anyone can lose. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna take a break, take a shower, eat some stuff. I'll be back. And yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.